the channel. My name is Christian and welcome to C-Roll Productions. You guys, it feels like I haven't put out a video in such a long time, but realistically it's been like, what, I think 2 days since I've done that Angelina Jolie Eternals video, but it feels like it's been an entire week. I miss you guys. But in this video, we're gonna be talking about some MCU news from the Eternals, Hercules, Taskmaster, Black Widow, and Avengers Endgame test audience screening, so to say, that have been going very positive for Marvel Studios. Now, this is a no-brainer. Endgame is going to be legit be the biggest Marvel movie of all time, and probably the best Marvel movie of all time. The Russo brothers literally are like the saviors of the MCU. They have done fantastic jobs with all of their movies. From Winter Soldier, literally watching Captain America, the first Avenger, and then watching like Winter Soldier, and the upscale, the upgrade they gave him was incredible. And then Civil War, fantastic, Infinity War, and now Endgame. The Russo brothers, man, are clearly Marvel's best directors when it comes to their films. And don't get me wrong, they've had other great directors as well. Ryan Coogler, James Gunn, Scott, oh my God, is this Scott Dickerson? I think it's Scott Dickerson for Doctor Strange. They've had some great directors. Jon Favreau. But I'm saying the Russo brothers are on another level. And I don't know what their plans are after Endgame, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be taking a long break because they said that filming these two films back to back was a mistake. And I bet, because it's very tiring. These are two blockbuster, hugely blockbuster films. And the responsibility that these two directors have is just incredible. And I think they said that the next film that they would do for Marvel would be Secret Wars when Marvel is ready. So probably in the next 5 to 6, 7, maybe 8 years, the Russo brothers would return to, you know, do a Secret Wars movie. I still hope they come back and produce and do little things like that on certain projects. I really do. But let me read you guys some of this article regarding around the whole test audience screenings. In an interview with Box Office Pro co-director Joe Russo mentioned that Avengers Infinity War sequel is getting some of the best test audience responses of any Marvel movie to date. Why am I not surprised? This is Endgame, whatever it takes. This is what he said. We're vigilant about using test audiences to tell us whether we're on the right track or we're making bad decisions. With Endgame, it had one of the most incredible audience responses in Marvel history. Just right there. I mean, I know it's co-workers, people who work for Marvel, but why would they pettifog? Why would they lie to you about certain things about a film? They want this movie to do well. They really do. Joe's brother, Anthony Russo, made similar remarks earlier this year in an interview with Collider. While discussing the length of Endgame, the filmmaker mentioned that not only has the movie received great responses from test audiences, but few of them have felt that, this is good, few of them had felt, God, I knew, I had a feeling they were going to mention something about this. Watch. But few of them have felt the need to get up and go to the bathroom during the exceptional lengthy screenings. 3 hours and 2 minutes long, hold your pee. It is possible, you can do it. Don't drink any water. Be dehydrated, but don't pass out. Take care of your health. I'm not getting up. And I think if you would be a fool to get up during this movie because you're going to miss something. You want to be dialed in as much as you can when we're talking Endgame because there's going to be so many things that you're going to miss. This movie is important, not just about this film and the present day, but the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Very important. Very, very important. So when they say that it's 3 hours and 2 minutes long, embrace yourself because we're going to get a cinematic blockbuster of the times. It really is. But I'm excited. You know, positive test audience screenings, that's always a plus. A very good plus. And I think the social media embargo does lift the week of Avengers Endgame when it comes out. So, you know, what is it? I want to say like 24, like the 22nd, 23rd-ish. That's when that would lift because, you know, that's when the whole red carpet premiere happens and it's going to be massive. Right now, they're actually doing the Russo brothers are on the press tour doing things for Avengers Endgame. So I'm pretty excited to see more stuff develop and more things that they talk about when we're talking about Avengers Endgame. But next topic, you guys, let's talk a little bit about Hercules. Now, this is a rumor. One of the male protagonists of the Eternals movie will be Hercules, who will reportedly be the first openly gay lead in an MCU film. Hercules. Thor and Hercules in the MCU. How crazy is that? That is fantastic. I would love to see a Hercules just yoked, big, somebody as big as Thor, probably even as bigger as Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, with that being said, I am not too knowledgeable on Hercules in the Marvel Universe. So comic books and things of that nature. Yeah, there's been a couple of comics that I've read that he's been in. I think he was in like the Dark Avengers. I just got through reading Secret Invasion. I know he was there. So he does heavily have a big part in the Marvel Universe when we're talking comic books. But to introduce him in the MCU would be a huge thing, and that would be so cool to see. I would love to see something like that. And rumor has it that Luke Evans would be attached to this character for Marvel. Now that would be crazy. Luke Evans, Angelina Jolie, in an Eternals movie. Beautiful. This Eternal movie it's literally looking good. I love the fact that they're going to be taking from the Jack Kirby's run of the Eternals. I read a little bit of it online the other day because, you know, like I said, I was talking to some of my subscribers. It's hard to find those comics. You can't find that. Like in any comic book store, I was looking on Amazon, there's none. So I can't wait to see how they really change and develop this story in order to fit the MCU's timeline. It's going to be pretty interesting. But I have read The Eternals by Neil Gaiman. I don't know if they're going to take bits and pieces from that, but if they did, I'll be cool with that because that's a great comic and I really enjoyed that comic. And I really would like for them to actually go based off that comic because it makes sense if you read the comic. And where, you know, explaining where the Eternals have been this entire time, if you're going to explain it that way in the MCU. So it would make a lot of sense if they did do that. But I'm gonna read you guys some of this article, and we got this covered. Marvel's The Eternals is gearing up to be the MCU's next big franchise. Recently, reports have claimed that none of the other Angelina Jolie will join the cast, playing a female lead, and we now have clue to which will take the role of the movie's male lead. According to the MCU Cosmic, Hercules would be the protagonist of the film. Like Thor, Hercules is a Marvel hero who is deprived by mythological figure of the same name. In fact, the god of thunder and the ancient Greek strongman have been allies and occasionally rivals. Hercules is also a frequent member of the Avengers on the page, so there's a lot of potential of the character in the MCU. A lot of potential. We're in the age of really digging deep into the Marvel Universe when talking about introducing different things. Hugely, hugely different things. Marvel wants to take a different side of the page and adapt and introduce all these characters that they have in their back pocket. And I think it's time, and I feel like that would be cool. And the fact that he'd be openly gay, that's fine. It's representation, giving opportunity, things of that nature. Something I'm a huge supporter of. Huge, huge supporter of, you guys. So, rumor has it, Hercules in the MCU, love it. Cannot wait for it. And also, the Taskmaster is rumored to be the main villain for this solo Black Widow movie. How cool is that? Now, the Taskmaster is a tricky villain, and his skills I kind of like. It's muscle memory. He can pretty much see what you do and mimic it just as great as you. So your fighting technique, your fighting skill, all he has to do is look at it, and then boom, he's just as talented and as versatile as you. So he could potentially beat you at what you're doing. Like, that's just crazy. Like, how cool is that? And apparently they want it to be based off the Ultimate version, which I haven't read, but Marvel wants Moonlight star Andre Holland to play the role as the Taskmaster. I'm all right with that. I think he's a fabulous actor. I think Moonlight was a great movie. I went into Moonlight not knowing much. I haven't seen the trailer, and by the end of that movie, I was like, holy shit. I did not expect that. Moonlight was crazy. Crazy movie, you guys. Really good movie. Actually won Best Picture in the 2000 and... not last year. Was it last year? Or the year before? One of those years. 2017, 2000. One of those years it won Best Picture at the Oscars, the Academy Awards. But yeah, man, there you guys have it. Just, you know, some brief updates and rumors of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I like what I hear, and I'm hoping that these rumors do come true. I really do. Hercules in the MCU, Luke Evans attached to the role. That shit is sick. That sounds dope, and I cannot wait. Post your comments down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the early audience test screenings for Avengers Endgame being so positive, Hercules in the MCU, and the Taskmaster being the main villain for the solo Black Widow movie. Post your comments down below, you guys, and thank you for taking time out of your day for us to see real productions. Peace.